My novel, The Fourth Wall, is starting to come together, and as I prepare to publish, I've started working on pitching and submission documents. As a result, I've reflected on how far I've come as a writer, conquered imposter syndrome, and faced a problem that has been lurking in the shadows all this time. Before I even got to submission docs, I started with pitches. I started small with a short one-liner. In a world powered by fiction, a tragic author reaches across the fourth wall, beginning a deadly battle of the books to recover his stolen secondary world, rekindle his passion, and change the very fabric of reality. Wow, that was easy. I've never been able to do that before. I've tried coming up with pitches for my previous projects, but I've never been able to come up with such a succinct, clear sentence, but that also hits all the major beats of the plot. Next, I wrote a longer elevator pitch. And finally, a page-long pitch so that I know what to say when people want to know more. All three of these pitches came extremely easy and I couldn't believe it. Even a year ago when I started The Fourth Wall, I couldn't pitch if my life depended on it. Several things have changed for me in the past year, but I'd say that my biggest growth is my ability to plot. I couldn't pitch and still can't pitch my previous ideas because their plots were meandering and disjointed. But with The Fourth Wall, pitching came really easy because for the first time ever, I have something with a legitimate sound plot. And with a surge of confidence, I moved straight into submission docs. Why am I working on submission documents? I'm not even close. What agent would be interested? This manuscript still needs so much work. Stop pretending. No. Pretending is exactly what I need to do. Pretend I'm ready to submit. Pretend I have a manuscript request. Pretend my manuscript doesn't need a lot of work. Seeing how much I've grown in a year is one thing, but in the end, The Fourth Wall still isn't published. I am not a published author, and it's easy for that to get in my head. But I pushed those negative thoughts away and squeezed my 85,000 word manuscript into a 4-page summary. This summary means so much to me. Maybe it's a little silly, but it means that I'm not a fraud. It's proof that I have something worth sharing. It's proof that I have something worth submitting to someone else. Having conquered imposter syndrome and filled with excitement, I moved on to the next phase, the query letter, and came face to face with a problem that's been hiding in the shadows the entire time. Comp titles. Comp titles are published books used as a comparison to help publishers and agents know if your book is marketable or not. It can also inform an agent if you're someone that they want to represent. Comp titles often send a message about you as a person as well, and can serve as a red flag as much as a selling point. I've got comp titles, but I'm pretty sure that they are red flags. First off, I don't have a newer comp. This is important because old comps communicate that I'm not current in my genre. And by extension, that could also mean that my book is not really that marketable because it's not keeping up with current trends. It also might communicate in general that I'm not well read in the genre. Second, one of my comps is Stranger Than Fiction, and that's a movie, not a book. Third, one of my comps is The Witcher, which is good in some ways, but bad in others. I'm not sure that using The Witcher communicates the right things about my story. The other problem with The Witcher is that it's too popular, so again, I'm kind of communicating that I'm not well read in the genre. And to make matters worse, it's also been turned into a TV show, which just complicates my other problems. The underlying issue for these red flags is that they basically all communicate that I'm not well read in my genre. And I think I ignored this issue because I didn't want to admit to myself the possibility of that being true. So I'm taking courage and I'm facing that problem head on. Now that I've had some time to consider, I have to admit I'm not well read, with an asterisk. I am not well read in the micro genre that this story fits into. Also not well read in the tone the Fourth Wall has developed. But I couldn't have seen how the tone was going to develop. Either way, I'm here now, and I look forward to all the books I get to read as I'm looking for my comps. That's all for this video. I'm going to take some time to come up with a comp wish list, and I will check back with you guys soon.